Okay, you can help. You can help with the buttons in just a second. Okay, push the button. Push it. Push it. Harder. Good job. Which one? She's good. Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This is a video on my favorite dairy substitutes. Come here. And I'm going to show you how to make cashew cream, because that's one of my favorite things to use when I'm cooking. All you're going to need to make cashew cream is obviously cashews. If you can soak them beforehand in a jar of water, then that will make them softer to blend. If you have a high-powered blender, it will probably still be fine if you don't soak them very much longer at all. You need some salt, you need lemon juice, you need a little bit of nutritional yeast. This is optional though. If you don't have nutritional yeast in it, it will still taste fine with just the lemon and the salt. And then besides that, you just need water. Make sure you do have raw cashews. I usually buy mine from the bulk section of the store to make sure they're raw, but I saw that Walmart sells them in some bags raw too now, so that's pretty cool. And then I'm going to do half a juice of lemon. If you want it really lemony, do more than that. If you want to do the whole thing, because I am doubling this, I'm doing 2 cups of cashews because I want to have extra cream left over for other stuff. And you'll do about a teaspoon of nutritional yeast. If you want to do a little bit more, go for it. This is all to taste, really. As long as you have the cashews in the water, you can kind of do the other ingredients as you want to taste. Same with the salt. I'll probably do about like half a teaspoon. So I've got my nutritional yeast in there and my salt, and I just need to add the water. For water, you want to do about half of the amount of water as you have cashews. So I'm going to do about a cup. If you want it really thick, then just do less water. It does thicken in the fridge though, so like the next day it will be even thicker. So it might be a little bit runny initially, and then when you refrigerate it, it will thicken up a little bit. So there's your nice, smooth cream. Giselle wants to try some, so we're going to let her try some. Okay, so there's your cashew cream, and you can just store it in the fridge and top it on your burritos, your enchiladas, your chilies, soups. What else do I put it on? Oh, my baked potatoes. It's not going to taste exactly the same as sour cream, which is fat from breast milk from a cow, obviously, but it is good nonetheless. So I'm not going to go over every single dairy substitute you could use because there's so many nowadays, which is actually really nice because I'm so sorry. Here, do you want to eat? Anyway, because there's so many dairy substitutes out there. But I just want to go over some healthy ones that I do keep in stock. The yeast I was showing you guys that I use in the cream. This is kind of like a cheesy flavor. Cheesy, it's not really, you know what I mean, closest. That you can sprinkle on foods, on your popcorn, on your veggies. But it's also in a lot of like homemade macaroni cheese sauces, nacho cheese sauces that you'll find if you browse the internet for recipes to make cheesy stuff with being vegan. As far as nut milks go, I feel like they've gained a lot of popularity, and so I think everyone knows about almond milk and cashew milk and coconut milk. So I think the best thing though I would say if you're beginning is, my best tip is to try out the different kinds and see which ones you like best, or maybe you like all of them. I know, like, well, my husband's not vegan, but he hasn't been drinking as much milk, and he likes this one the best, the cashew milk on his cereal, because it doesn't taste as nutty. It's not as strong, it's more subtle. and so it feels like it's closer to a cow milk kind of flavor. So I don't know, if anyone out there that's having a hard time with almond or coconut, you might want to try cashew milk. You absolutely must have butter. There is Earth Balance butter, and I like this one that's the pink, the soy-free one. Not even because I'm anti-soy per se, but I just think the flavor, I like the flavor butter. That's for me though. So there's one that comes in a yellow box and then this like pink box, and I think there's one that's green. So anyway, try the different ones and see what you think, if you need to use them for baking or if you need to put butter on your toast or whatever. I try not to have this all the time but my husband has to have butter, and I'm just happy he'll eat this butter and not cow butter. Dairy-free yogurt is getting popular. It's in Walmart. I saw it in Walmart. Silk, I think it was Silk Brown that was carrying it. So this brand I have is a little more expensive. I bought it at Harmond. It's Koyo, and it's with coconut fat. This tastes more like Greek yogurt if you want more of like that tart flavor. Coconut milk. It's always good to keep some canned coconut milk on hand for like curry, soup. If you need like a heavy whipping cream substitute, then coconut cream is the way to go. The only thing I feel like I really tried that wasn't very good, well, it was okay, is vegan cheese, like actual slices of vegan cheese. It doesn't really melt the same and stuff, but it's okay. I think the main thing here is that if you the longer you go without cheese, the easier it's gonna get, the more you're not gonna crave it. You really like do get addicted to cheese. Like I had cheese every day, probably. Most days I had cheese. Of course I had dairy. I had dairy like with every meal before I went vegan. But remember that cheese, it really is like getting off crack. And if you have stopped drinking milk and you're proud of yourself, I do applaud you. But once you get off cheese, that's when I'll feel like I'll really applaud you, because cheese is like amped milk. Think about it. It's solidified milk fat with salt. So it has casomorphins in it. You can look that up and research it. Casomorphins are in all kinds of milk. Even like my own breast milk for Giselle. So it's meant to keep the baby sort of like addicted, to come back for more milk. It's meant to be like feel good. Yeah, it's like supposed to make you feel good, like comfort. So anyway, hopefully this film was kind of helpful. And sorry for all the craziness with this little one, but thanks for watching, and I hope you guys come back for more vegan mama baby life. Say goodbye. We love you guys. Bye.